Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is June 24th, and right now we're looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. You can see British Columbia, Washington, Oregon here. Here goes our next system out across the Gulf of Alaska, but we are going to have a pretty nice day here for some areas today and tomorrow before this system will be rolling through the area. We'll take a look at those details, and we'll take a look at the extended forecast coming up off into the 4th of July. It looks like we might have some more active weather on its way here as we go through the early portions of July. We'll check that out here in some of the weather models in a moment. Taking a look at Spokane, you can see Tuesday, probably the warmest day here. Then we have that next system starting to roll through. It's going to get breezy again, kick up some fire weather condition concerns here. Then we have a lightning potential, thunderstorm potential Thursday and Friday, even Wednesday for some of the Cascades also. More on that here in a moment. Fire weather watch in effect here Tuesday, noon to 8 p.m. here. Portions of Modoc, eastern Klamath, and western Lake counties, gusts to 35 miles per hour. Humidity's as low as 10%. Taking a look at Seattle yesterday, 67 degrees, 5 degrees below average there. It was pretty blustery out there yesterday. Had some gusts in the upper 20s. And yeah, not much rainfall or anything like that. And there was actually quite a bit of sunshine yesterday as well. But we are going to bounce back some temperatures a little bit here today and tomorrow before we drop them back off again. And more on that here in a moment as well. Bellingham 65 yesterday. Average high for this time of year is 69 degrees. You can see at the end of June, the average high for Bellingham is 70 degrees. Taking a look at Hoquiam, check it out. We had a 5/100ths of an inch of precipitation. The high was 60, and the average high is 64. The record high set back in 2017. A couple warm days there at 82, and then 91 for today back in 2017. You can also see back in 2022, we had 92 and 93 on the 25th and the 26th. And then on 2001, the 27th, look at that, 103 degrees in Hoquiam, Washington, with just the major heat dome that we had. That's almost 3 years ago now coming up. So if we take a look at the European model, a few residual showers across British Columbia as we go through the day today. Can't rule one out, stray shower across western Washington. But we start to dry out tonight pretty well. Tuesday, pretty nice day across many areas here. We're going on in through Tuesday evening. You can see some precipitation returning at Vancouver Island, western BC. By the time we get towards the morning hours here, in the late morning hours, you can see the next system rolling into the Pacific Northwest. Could have some thunderstorm potential with this, especially across the Cascades and eastern portions here across British Columbia as we go through the day Wednesday. And you can kind of see the trough hanging out here as we go through Thursday morning, and we got this precipitation around across the Cascades. So a fairly rainy day for some areas, especially across the higher terrain. But the weekend doesn't look too bad coming up. However, we do have additional systems after that. Again, more on that here in a moment. Taking a look at lightning flash density potential. What I want to show you is what's coming up here on Wednesday. So we're scrolling through Tuesday here, and now we're headed through Wednesday, and you can see that potential for some of the Cascades here as we go through late Wednesday morning, the afternoon hours, northeast Washington, British Columbia, some of Idaho and Montana as well, and then potentially again on Thursday afternoon from northeast Washington, portions off to the east there. If we look at day 3 here, this is for Wednesday. You can see it does include the North Cascades, northeast Washington, Idaho, Montana. Now, if we look at temperatures here, this is for today, warming back up a little bit here, right around average, probably for Seattle. A little bit warmer for the Willamette Valley. Check it out, some upper 70s, around 80 degrees, some 80s east of the mountains there as well. But look at Tuesday, up towards 80 for Seattle, some upper 80s potentially for the Willamette Valley, 90s east of the Cascades. And then we get that cool down with the next system rolling in here as we go through the day Wednesday, knocking those temperatures back down. Trough is overhead on Thursday, and you can see the suppression of the temperatures here across much of the region. Some areas, eastern Washington, Oregon, not getting out of the 70s here. A little bit unusual for this time of year. And then Friday, we start a little bit of a bounce back. And Saturday, check it out, 77 for Seattle, maybe lower 80s for the Willamette Valley, and warming up east of the Cascades as well. There's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, kind of a mixed bag coming up here, but some model disagreement to look at starting now. Take a look at the European artificial intelligence. So that's the trough swinging through. We get this bit of a ridge here on Tuesday, but it's not going to last long as we get the next system already rolling through here as we go through the day Wednesday. Transient ridge as we go towards this weekend here might give us a couple nice days, but then we've got kind of a weak trough swinging through here at the end of the weekend. Then we build this ridge for a bit here, and this is July 1st, the nighttime hours. Then we go into July 2nd here, but watch this next trough. Here we're on into July 3rd, and by the 4th of July, you can see this trough trying to move down towards Pacific Northwest. So Mother Nature may be bringing some fireworks of its own to the Pacific Northwest. It's about fireworks time right here. So we'll see how this goes. Plenty of time for this to still change. We're looking 10 days out, but it is something interesting off in the model runs. As we go through the extended forecast, trough hangs out for a bit there as well and kind of hangs off of the west coast as we go on in through the early portion of July. Looking at Seattle Tacoma coming up, you can see Tuesday a bounce up here, 75, and then we have the system moving through. Then we get that next ridge trying to build in here as we go through the weekend, and the next system starts to roll through there as well. Now, looking at total precipitation in inches, going to let this scroll through here pretty quickly. We're going to go out 144 hours, and you can see a lot of eastern Washington, Oregon still not dealing with much precipitation there. Better chance across Washington, even better across British Columbia, Alberta, some of the Rocky Mountains there as well. And a lot of this is going to be in the form of thunderstorm activity. Looking at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, this goes through July 3rd here, a little bit of an above average signal here for portions of Oregon, below average across some of Montana. This is a precipitation. You know, take this with a grain of salt here as well, because, you know, some areas are not showing that much precipitation coming up here, but we'll see how this turns out. Here's the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. This does include that troughing that would be moving through near the 4th of July here. So you can kind of see the Climate Prediction Center is picking up on that signal as well, and the above average precipitation chances with it. Below average across some portions of Oregon here, depending on just how deep this trough is and where that precipitation cutoff emerges. Taking a look at the 7-day significant fire potential on NW10 there for Spokane, the Tri-Cities, Moses Lake, Ritzville. You're looking at some elevated risk there as we go through Wednesday, as we get those blustery winds, the breezy west winds coming down the east slopes of the Cascades and coming across the area. You can see that elevated day there. And otherwise, there's a lot of moderate out there as well. So you can still start fires at this time of year. Just a heads up that we are in fire season now. But anyway, there goes our next system here. And check out the Dust Devil video here. I put out a Dust Devil video, and you guys can take a look at that now. It is out. I released it last night. I'll put the link down here in the bottom left. Hope you guys enjoy that. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll be releasing some other Dust Devil highlights there as well, with just some musical. I did a pretty long narration there on this most recent one, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Let me know what you think again. So anyway, yeah, click like and subscribe. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.